Hello. We have a problem. We have a problem here in Georgia, um, Gwinnett County, to be specific. Um, if I go back a year, Gwinnett County Public Schools gave homeschoolers a hard time when it came time to take the PSAT. The PSAT is not required, but the PSAT qualifies children for a National Merit Scholarship. National Merit Scholarships aren't universal. There's a set number of places that you would get a scholarship if you maxed out that PSAT. Okay, so just for some context on the PSAT, this is on a Reddit page. The PSAT doesn't help you get into college. You're very unlikely to get a scholarship out of it either. Your scores have to be very high to qualify, and your eventual college has to participate in the program, which many top schools don't. So why does the PSAT exist? Marketing. Schools want to recruit students with specific attributes: ethnicity, geographic region, academic interests. The PSAT collects this info from students and sells it to schools. They can send you lots of flyers, letters, and emails. What you get out of it is a preview of your SAT score, and it's usually pretty dead on. The scores are quite accurate. You can easily convert them to ACT scores. Like, you can just do the math, there's charts, and figure out how it measures up. And with these scores, you can make an educated guess about your eventual SAT. This is true. About the same as your PSAT if you don't study, and about 200 points higher if you do. One use for the PSAT is the Johns Hopkins Center for the Talented Youth. They want to see a PSAT score for even elementary school students to be considered for their program. So it's used as a proxy IQ test for some advanced gifted education programs. And so that's what it is. I'm not really that worried about the PSAT, although my students love taking it. I'm worried that because it's digital, that there's going to be repercussions to also taking the SAT, since it is also digital. Nevertheless, all the college prep homeschoolers take the PSAT at least starting in the 10th grade, if not starting in the 9th grade, in order to qualify for that national merit and or to get in some early practice for the SAT, because familiarity lowers anxiety. So last year we had this problem as well, and the HSLDA got involved to the satisfaction of homeschoolers in Georgia. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what ball was dropped, but I do know that we're back to where we started. And so this is the conversation that's happening here. Let's see. Due to the end of elementary and secondary school emergency relief funding, so I think this is some post-COVID funding, Gwinnett will not be able to offer an administration of the PSAT to homeschool students this fall. We used those funds to pay for the facilities, use fees, and staff salaries for the testing, but no longer have those. GCPS, Gwinnett County Public Schools, will only be able to offer the PSAT to students enrolled in our school district. And these are just some parents talking back and forth via social media. August 1st, response from, I'm not going to call names, a staff member. A parent said that homeschoolers would be happy to take the PSAT alongside public school students. They take the SAT alongside public school students. And all my students personally have gone to local schools and taken these tests alongside public school students. And the staff member replied, since the PSAT is now a digital assessment, we cannot provide testing in the local schools during the school day administrations. We don't have extra devices, nor can we allow external devices in our network now. I have students who took the PSAT last year digitally in small private school, and those small private schools aren't offering it either. And they did take their own device in and log in. As far as I know, nobody got a virus from this, right? Now that the SAT and PSAT are digital, does that mean that the schools aren't going to allow homeschooled kids to take the test anymore? Because this, to me, this seems like, what do they call that in a movie? I can't remember, but it just seems like a precursor to homeschooled kids also getting shut out of the SAT, because it's all done digitally now, and it's all done on the student's computer. They bring it in and log in, and the schools don't want outside computers on their network. This is a major problem. The SAT is like, of course you can take it. You just need permission of the schools. And the schools, at least in this county, are saying absolutely not. Now, our county is really close to Atlanta, which is Fulton County. I actually live in Atlanta. And so I'm going to be calling around to see if any Atlanta schools will take any Gwinnett kids for these tests, because I have at least 3 or 4 in my program that need to take this test. Well, homeschoolers are trying to unite right now and figure out who took the PSAT last year, who took the SAT last year, who they can call and bombard, how they can get the HSLDA back involved. As of right now, this has been going on for about a month, and nothing has been resolved. And if we don't get this resolved by the end of August, our kids probably won't get to take the PSAT. Is it going to kill our homeschoolers to not take the PSAT? No. The scholarship that goes along with national merit is to a finite number of colleges, and most of the homeschoolers don't end up going to those colleges anyway. But it does take away the opportunity to practice for the SAT. But there's really no law that says you can't just go in and take the SAT. My fear is that if Gwinnett County is being funky about students bringing in their own computers to take the PSAT, aren't they also going to be funky about them bringing in their own computers to take the SAT? So I have some investigation to do, and this is kind of scary, because if right now it's just Gwinnett, but if everybody starts having a problem all of a sudden with kids bringing in their computers and not having enough computer lab there for kids to just come in and take the test, we're going to have a serious problem. This move to digital, which seemed like a fun idea, is seeming like a really, really bad idea right now.